Hey guys, International Marketing Director Scott Ross coming to you, and I want to talk about our compensation plan and how we actually make money with our business. I'm going to go through a simple process of how you get started, and I want you to remember 6 numbers. I want you to remember 3, 6, 12 and 1, 5, 9. 3, 6, 12, 1, 5, 9. Let's start with the basics, and that is 3, 6, 12. What do we mean by these 3 numbers? Well, the first thing I want to do is give you some terms to become familiar with so that you will understand them when we talk about them in the compensation plan. The first term is called a personal sales bonus. A personal sales bonus is a bonus paid to you by the company every time you make 3 gold or platinum sales in a 28-day rolling period. So any 3 sales made personally by you in that 28-day rolling period cause you to get paid a personal sales bonus. The personal sales bonus is $100 for the first 3, and as we're going to discuss here momentarily, you get $150 for every additional 3 sales that you make in the same rolling 28-day period. So let's talk about 3. When you get started, you're going to be building one team. In fact, that is the only team that you're allowed to build. You won't even see a possibility of building a second team when you start your career. And you're going to put your first 3 enrollments down that team one after another. Now, I'm assuming 3 gold sales here. That's why they are circled in the color gold. So when you make these 3 sales in a rolling 28-day period, you will receive your personal sales bonus of $100. Now we have some other compensation that you earn as well. It is not paid to you in the form of cash, so I'm separating it, and that is training dollars. Every time you make 3 sales in a rolling 28-day period, not only do you earn your $100 personal sales bonus, but you also get 50 training dollars that can be applied to one of our World Ventures sponsored events. Now, if you happen to be a member, which would be separate from being a representative, and is an optional component. You don't need to be a member to be a representative. But if you happen to be a member, when you refer these 3 members into the club, as a member, you would have earned 300 reward points. I want to make it clear that this is not part of the World Ventures compensation plan. This is separate from the compensation plan. These are reward points paid to any member, whether they're a rep and a member or only a member. But I did want to point out that you would have earned 300 reward points to apply towards dream trips if you happen to have been a member in addition to being a representative. Now the next step in your compensation plan is to get your 4th personal enrollment. And this is significant because when you have your 4th personal enrollment, you are fully qualified. What this means is as long as you have 4 active members, your membership fees as a member would be waived. Now again here I want to make it clear. I'm assuming in this case that you happen to be a member and a representative. If you're only a representative, this doesn't really apply to you. This only applies to people who happen to be members as well because their membership fees become waived at that point. Now, let's go back to what I said before about the personal sales bonus because we're about to go to the next step in the compensation plan, which is the 6th step. We said 3, 6, 9. We're about to go to number 6. When you get 3 additional personal sales within any given 28-day period, that is also going to cause you to kick out another personal sales bonus. But the second personal sales bonus and every subsequent personal sales bonus would be an extra $150. So just to be clear, the first 3 are $100. The next 3 are $150. The next 3 are $150. The next 3 are $150. So forth and so on, as long as they're in the same rolling 28-day period. Another thing I want to familiarize you with, another term I want to make you familiar with at this point is called the lifestyle bonus. And we're going to talk about tier 1, 2, and 3 throughout this video, but we're going to focus first on tier 1. When a representative produces $1,600 in volume in a calendar month, they will receive $200 in a bonus called the lifestyle bonus in the following month. So let's look at what that would look like. This is the 6th. You've already made your first 4 sales, but now you're going to make those extra 2, so the additional 3 within the same 28-day period. At this point, your personal sales bonuses for the month would be $250. The initial $100 for the first 3, and then the extra $150 for the second set of 3. Your lifestyle bonus would then kick in at $200. Now, how did this happen? Notice that this last person here is colored in the color platinum. This is assuming that you get one of the 6 that you enroll is a platinum member. And the reason we're doing that is it's a realistic expectation. In the company today, in North America, across all of our enrollments, every 6th enrollment is a platinum enrollment. The average is 5 gold to 1 platinum. So if you're average, you'll have 5 gold and 1 platinum. When you add that up, that is more than $1,600 in sales volume, which would activate the lifestyle bonus tier 1 for $200. Of course, you also get a commission on your platinum sale. That is $50. So every platinum sale that you make, you get a direct, immediate commission that week of $50. So we're going to add that in, and this causes you to have earned $500 in cash. Now, you're now going to be at $100 training dollars because, again, every 3 sales that you make in a rolling 28-day period kick out $50 training dollars to be used at events. And so you would now have $100 training dollars. And again, if you happen to also be a member, which is not required, you would have earned 700 reward points as a member at that point. Not part of the compensation plan of being a rep. I'm just pointing it out so that those of you who are members can follow along and see how would I be earning points while I'm also earning dollars. So at this point we've gone through 3 and 6, and then we've seen the other 2 numbers, 1 and 5. For 3 sales you make $100. For 6 sales you make $500. We're next going to go to the tier called 12 and 9. And we want to give you a couple more terms. We've talked about the lifestyle bonus, but we covered tier 1. We're now going to cover tier 2. When a representative produces $3,200 in volume in a calendar month, they're going to receive a $300 lifestyle bonus the following month. So tier 2 pays $300. And I'm going to show you what that would look like here with our number 12. Now, what's cool about this illustration is that the rest of the sales in our illustration are not going to be made by you. We're going to assume that each one of the people you've enrolled refers another member or enrolls another member, making 12 total. So as you can see, these extra 6 are enrolled by your team. And we're presuming that they're all at least gold, but some platinums could be mixed in here. At that point, you'd still have your personal sales bonus of being $250, but your lifestyle bonus would kick up to $300, and then the platinum sales commission we already talked about would be $50. You would be at $600 at this point. And you're saying, but Scott, you said the numbers were 3, 6, 12, 1, 5, 9. Yes, that's true. Because in your first 60 days, the company is doubling your lifestyle bonuses for tier 2 and tier 3. And so you'll see that your tier 2 bonus, if you do this within your first 60 days, would actually be $600 rather than $300, making your total bonuses and commissions $900 at this point. Now, let's talk about moving on to higher levels of income. I want to talk about 2 more terms to familiarize yourself. And the first one is cycle bonuses. A cycle bonus is when there are 3 gold or platinum sales made on your left team and on your right team. So 6 total. That creates what we call a cycle. So 3 left, 3 right, cycle, and you receive $100 for every cycle. Now you understand that we've been building one team down to the point that we have our tier 2 lifestyle bonus. But at that point, your second team would be unlocked. And so you're now going to be able to build that other team, which I'm going to show you, and you're going to be able to also achieve your tier 3 lifestyle bonus, which is the last term I want to familiarize you with. This is when a representative produces $5,400 in volume in a calendar month. And at that point, you're going to receive between $400 and $900 as your lifestyle bonus for the following month. It is actually 8%. So whatever volume you achieve, 5,400 all the way up to maxing it out at over $11,000 in volume, you receive 8% of whatever that volume happens to be. Let's look at what that could look like. Now that your second site is unlocked, let's presume that you put in 3 more gold customers personally. Well, you would get a personal sales bonus from those 3 customers of $100. But you would have also cycled, because these 3 match these 3, causing you to get a cycle bonus. But let's assume that each of these 3 also enrolls someone. So you didn't just cycle 1 time, you would have cycled 2 times. The 3 from your personal enrollments and the 3 from their enrollments that match the 3 and the 3, or 6 and 6 on each side. And so you've cycled twice. That's where the $200 comes from. But you've also hit tier 3 of the lifestyle bonus. The reason that happened is, you'll notice that over here, we're assuming that this entire team working together, there's already 12 people there, that those 12 people go out and enroll at least 1 more on average each, 10 gold and 2 platinum to keep it statistically accurate to what's happening in North America. So with that volume plus this volume, you would have qualified for tier 3 of the lifestyle bonus, and that gets you to $400 in lifestyle bonus or $900 in income. Now what's exciting is that, again, if you can do this in your first 60 days, they are doubling the cycle bonus in your first 60 days, and that would cause you to have actually earned $1,100 at that point. I should point out, you would have earned another 50 training dollars from these personal 3 sales in 28 days, and if you happen to be a member, you would have earned 300 more reward points to spend on Dream Trips as a Dream Trips member. So guys, this is exciting. Going back to talk about the tier 3 lifestyle bonus, we're doubling tier 2 and tier 3 in your first 60 days. So you have a lot of incentive to go out there and make this happen as quickly as you can, because there's a lot of money on the table. From here, your upline can start to teach you where you go from here, but you're going to start to aim for a rank we call senior representative, which is where residual income starts to be paid on the membership fees being paid by your team. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let us know. We're here to help. God bless you guys. We'll see you at the top.